Hello, John.
Hello, Oliver.
And today we're going to talk about the Bishop of Killala in Mayo.
That's right, Bishop Fleming. Apparently, and he's also, I think, in charge of the Bishop for Knock, I think, and Fleming. And he recently did a survey with the Catholics in that diocese. There's not that many of them. And he did a survey, and 69% of these people replied, and he must have asked them what they would like the church to do, but what they seemingly wanted was women priests and married priests. Now, they have those in the Protestant churches, and yet their religion has not solved the problem. They've far less numbers than the Catholic Church. So he intends then to implement that and request the bishops in this jurisdiction to have to consider it, and sending some kind of a message to the Vatican as well, looking for approval. Now, he's been criticised in the Catholic press here for doing such a thing, because it's not Catholic teaching whatsoever, and instead of preaching the Catholic faith as is, he's gone down another road in the form of sort of catering for this kind of secular view of faith, and so he's not doing what a shepherd should do, which is lead him to the truth. So he's been criticised for what he's done, and rightly so. That is not the way to go, and we know that Catholics voted for abortion in this country and voted for other businesses, the abolition of the blasphemy, which is protecting the Catholic churches from being vilified, and also protecting family life from the business of the marriage equality business that they introduced, and bishops were quite silent about encouraging Catholics to approach this and to deal with it. As a matter of fact, Bishop Dorn of Elphin, based in Sligo, was the only man that spoke against it, and he was criticised by two of the important archbishops in the country, namely the one in Dublin and I think the one in Armagh. Now, that's no way to sort of deal with the voice of issues. Pass on the faith like what shepherds are supposed to do. The apostles didn't do that. So here we are with this man in Killala, with a comparatively small population of the diocese, and this is what he's proposing. So, and by the way, I think they took a view not to celebrate Mass in the Old Rite, that is the Latin Rite, which they're obliged to do if people want it. So they're not being served in that diocese, traditional people that like the Catholic faith. Believe it or not, even in Belfast now, the sovereign priests, what have you, that's in Limerick and have plenty of vocations. They bought a church in Belfast that was a Presbyterian, I think, church that was for sale, and they're going to convert it into the traditional Mass, and they've got plenty of priests going for to be ordained priests, far more than the diocese. So, I mean, there are support for the traditional way, and I'm afraid this man in Killala, Bishop Fleming, is not supporting that, and I think he has to be chastised for that. And as a matter of fact, I think I'd suggest that he should resign, and that a bishop that has belief in the traditional way of life, and to try and educate his parishioners to sort of be that way inclined. Obviously, they're not informed when this is what they're suggesting. So there's a lot of work to be done there to try and get them on the straight and narrow. Say the family rosy, for goodness sake, and stop yapping about what they're yapping about and destroying the Catholic faith. Take a leaf out of the other Protestant religions, 32,000 of them. They have all this married business and women and all the rest of it doing this. But they're declining.
They're what?
They're declining.
Oh, declining.
They're not attracting. So the Catholic Church has stood for over 2,000 years from very small beginnings, and even the four St. Paul and the four evangelists that went to Europe sowed the seed for the civilization in Europe. So this business of what this poor bishop is on about, he wants to be spoken to. The Christian and Jobs Action Party don't support his views whatsoever.
Very good. Okay. Thanks very much, John.
Thanks very much, Oliver.